This is Real Republican News. I'm your host, Jason Mariner. Yet again, we have another mass shooting to discuss, but before we do, I would like to say that our most sincere and heartfelt condolences go out to the families that lost loved ones yesterday. Our prayers are, as always, with the brave men and women of the law enforcement community across this country who willingly put their lives on the line day in and day out to protect us, total strangers, from those that wish to do us harm. What happened yesterday was an act of evil. It's not because of guns or the existence of guns. Guns don't kill people any more than pencils write words. For stuff like what happened yesterday to occur, you need an evil person to pick a gun up and take an action. That man walked into that store knowing he was going to kill people. He's evil. But the media jumped all over it and said it was a big, bad, privileged white man who voted for President Trump, a gun nut, a crazy Republican, because they want to politicize things like this. They want to use this as an excuse to take away your Second Amendment right to protect yourself, your family, your property, and your country if need be. Our founding fathers, when they wrote the Constitution, put the First Amendment first because freedom of speech, religion, the ability to peaceably assemble and petition our government for change and have our grievances redressed is the cornerstone of what it means to be a free country with liberty. Liberty means you get to say, act, and do as you please as long as no one's getting hurt. But they're trying to take that away from us. Everyone knows that if you're a conservative and you go on a social media platform and you say anything bad about the current administration and anything positive about the previous one, you're going to be quickly deplatformed. You can't like Trump, you have to like Biden. You can't say anything bad about him, even though he can't put together a complete sentence or make his way up a flight of stairs without being knocked over by a gust of wind 3 times. They politicize tragedy to advance their political goals in taking over this country. They full well know that if they can get rid of the Second Amendment, they will eliminate your rights and ability to defend yourself against tyranny. They don't want you to be able to say, hey, no more, you're oppressing us. The Second Amendment gives us recourse to defend ourselves against tyrannical rule. That's why our founding fathers put it there. They understood that Americans were smart enough to self-govern because we have morals and values. They also understood that we were smart enough to perceive when tyrants start to take over. That's what's happening now. That's why they're so concerned about gun control. They want to get rid of guns altogether. Now, criminals are the ones that walk into supermarkets and take the lives of 10 innocent people. Criminals by nature don't follow the rule of law. So if you make guns illegal, criminals are going to ignore that law and get guns anyway. That's what makes them criminals. So it doesn't make sense to take guns away from everyone and make them illegal, does it? When you have an intersection that has a disproportionate amount of car crashes occurring at it, they don't shut down the intersection and take cars away from everyone. DOT goes out there, they do traffic studies, they find out what the problem is, and they fix it. Social media has gotten very good at detecting the things that people are saying. Anytime that I've ever gone on social media and said something positive about President Trump and called the current administration out on its nonsense, I'm deplatformed, shut down instantly. However, they can't seem to get rid of pornography, whether it's adult or child, and they can't seem to detect these crazy people who kill 10 people, like happened yesterday. This guy was not a crazy gun nut Republican who voted for President Trump. In fact, he was quite the opposite. He was a Muslim from Syria who had previously posted very concerning things if you looked at what he said. He was a Trump hater. He was on the other side of the equation, but they don't want you to know that because that's not good for their agenda. They want you to think that he was a crazy Republican gun nut like we all are, right? Because if they can do that, they can trick you into thinking that we should probably eliminate the Second Amendment and hate Republicans. That's their goal. They want us marginalized. They want us hated. They want us weeded out. That's the goal here. to eliminate the Constitution and install socialism. And they know full well that they'll have a much easier time installing tyranny in this country if we're unable to defend ourselves. End of story, there's no argument there. So again, it doesn't make sense to take away cars because there's car crashes. It makes sense to improve vehicle safety standards and traffic patterns. Just like it makes sense to improve gun control. Not in the sense that you take them away, but we should really be getting better at detecting crazy people online that make posts that are concerning. It happens time and time again. Every time something like this happens, everyone asks, why didn't anybody catch on to this? This guy was saying crazy things online. He was making posts that point right in this direction that something bad was going to happen. They can't seem to catch on to that, but the second one of us goes on there and says something Republican or conservative or constitutional, we are eliminated. We're shut down, we're deplatformed, we're shadow banned, we're put into Facebook jail, whatever you want to call it. So their intentions are clear and obvious to me. They should be to you as well. They have no intention of keeping people safe through gun control. They have every intention of taking guns away so you can't defend yourself. If that doesn't concern you, I don't know what will, but I will tell you this. If we lose our right to defend this country and to rebel against tyranny, we will lose it entirely, because if they get the Second Amendment, they're going to take away all of our civil liberties in one fell swoop, and we will have no recourse. So it's time to wake up, see what's happening, and do something about it. Every American has a duty that when things like this start to happen, we start to take action. Talk to your congressmen and women, get involved, write petitions, speak up, speak out, do something about it. Don't sit on your couch and call yourself a patriot and complain about what's going on. So, until next time, I want to say two things. A couple things, actually. God bless the law enforcement community. We are behind you 100% of the way. If there's anything we can ever do to help, you let us know. You can get a hold of us very easily. Jason@realrepublicannews.com is where you'll find me. I'd be honored to help in any way I can. The other thing I want to say is God bless you, your families, those around you, and until next time, be well.